All right, so get this. You know how everyone's going on and on about robots being the future of construction.
Right.
Well, the future, it's arriving a lot faster than you might think.
Yeah.
And today we're diving deep
Yeah.
into how this is all unfolding, and we're not just like speculating.
Yeah.
We've got insights straight from Tesla's engineering docs.
That's right.
A glimpse into the leading edge of robotics development right now.
Yeah, what's so fascinating is that these job postings are essentially like a blueprint
Okay.
for their Optimus bot. So it's revealing their roadmap for integrating robotics into the industry.
Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit.
Yeah.
What kind of roles are we even talking about?
Sure.
What do they tell us about Tesla's plans?
Well, one that stands out immediately is embedded software engineer, and they're focused on real-time control and safety, the brains of the operation.
Makes sense.
This means making sure that these robots can react to the unpredictable environment of a construction site and crucially avoid accidents.
Safety first.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. We're not talking about robots just taking over.
Right.
But more like augmenting human capabilities.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
making the work safer, more efficient.
Right.
But how do you even begin to teach a robot to navigate a construction site?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Tesla's hiring an Unreal software engineer.
Oh, wow.
They're using Unreal Engine, a platform known for, its realistic graphics and physics in video games, to create virtual environments for training the robots.
That's so cool.
Imagine a worker demonstrating how to use a power tool in VR and the robot learning from those movements.
Like straight out of a movie or something.
It is. It's very futuristic, but it's happening right now.
Okay.
And to make sure these robots move naturally, Tesla needs a ton of real-world data. Enter data collection operators.
What?
These individuals walk around in motion capture suits.
Wow.
Providing the robots with human movement data. This is how you get robots that move smoothly and realistically, mimicking human actions.
It's amazing the level of detail they're putting into this.
Yeah.
So, but then how do the robots actually learn to perform these complex tasks, adapt to new situations, and actually think on a job site?
That's where the deep learning manipulation engineer comes in.
Okay.
These are the AI specialists developing the algorithms that allow robots to grasp objects, manipulate tools, and even problem solve on the fly.
Wow.
They're using techniques like reinforcement learning, where the robot learns through trial and error in these simulated environments.
So we're talking about robots that can learn, adapt, make decisions.
Absolutely.
Based on their environment.
Yeah.
That's a game changer for construction.
Yeah.
But is this just a research project, or is Tesla serious about actually bringing these robots to market?
They are absolutely serious about mass production. We see this in roles like staff systems engineer, manufacturing. This indicates that Tesla's already planning how to build these bots at scale, not just for demonstration purposes. So, and this is where the timeline gets really interesting, because it's happening a lot faster.
Faster than people realize.
Yeah.
Wow. What's accelerating this timeline? I know a lot of our C-suite listeners are wondering, like, when do we need to start taking this seriously?
Yeah. Well, two key factors are driving this accelerated timeline.
Okay.
Large language models, or LLMs, and a flood of venture capital investment.
Okay.
LLMs think the technology behind ChatGPT are giving robots better brains, enhancing their ability to understand instructions, learn from data, and problem solve.
Okay, so the robots are getting smarter, faster.
Yeah.
And what about the venture capital piece?
Right. So there's a massive influx of investment pouring into robotics right now.
Okay.
Venture capitalists see the enormous potential.
Makes sense.
And they're fueling rapid innovation and bringing down costs. This means robots are becoming more affordable and accessible for real-world deployment much sooner than we previously anticipated.
So it's like a perfect storm of technological advancement and financial backing.
It is.
That's pushing this whole thing forward at an incredible pace.
Yeah.
But how does this all translate to actual boots on the ground, or rather robots on the job site?
Right.
What does this mean for the construction industry in practical terms?
Well, it means that we're going to see robots at scale on construction sites much sooner than most people think.
Wow.
We're not talking decades, we're talking years.
Okay.
And this is where consulting firms come in.
Right.
They're already mobilizing to help construction companies navigate this robotic revolution.
That's a great segue, because I know our C-suite listeners are very keen to hear about the consulting angle.
Yeah.
How are these firms positioning themselves to capitalize on this emerging market?
Yeah.
What services are they offering?
Right.
What kind of expertise are they developing?
Well, one of the most exciting areas is the integration of robotics into existing construction management systems. And that's where IPS comes in.
Okay.
IPS, or Integration Platform as a Service, is the glue that allows different software platforms to communicate with each other.
So instead of having separate systems for, like, managing robots and project schedules and materials, IPS allows them to all work together seamlessly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine a scenario where the construction management software sends instructions directly to the robots, coordinates their tasks with human workers, and tracks their progress in real time. This is the kind of seamless integration that IPS enables.
Okay, so IPS is the key to making all of this work together.
Yeah.
But what does this mean for our listeners, especially those in the consulting world? What are the specific opportunities and challenges they need to be aware of?
Well, this is a huge GE opportunity for consulting firms. Construction companies are going to need help navigating this massive technological shift. And consultants can provide that guidance.
Okay.
They can help develop strategies for implementing robotics effectively, integrating them into existing workflows, and ensuring a smooth transition.
So it's not just about the technology itself.
Exactly.
It's about understanding how to use it strategically and integrating it into the broader business operations.
Absolutely. And this brings us to the expertise that consulting firms need to develop. They need to be well-versed in robotics technology, construction management software, and IPS solutions. They also need to understand the complexities of the construction industry, its regulations, and its unique challenges.
So it's a blend of technical expertise, industry knowledge, and strategic thinking.
It is.
Sounds like a pretty demanding skill set.
It is, and it's going to be in high demand.
Yeah.
But it's also a hugely rewarding field with the potential to shape the future of construction.
This is all incredibly exciting.
It is.
But it also raises some questions. What does this mean for the workforce?
Right.
How will the roles of construction workers evolve?
That's a great question.
As robots become more prevalent on job sites.
And that's a question for our next segment, where we'll delve into the evolving role of the human workforce.
Sounds good.
In this new era of construction.
All right, well, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking about the speed at which robotics is transforming the industry and the critical role that consulting firms are playing.
Right. It's clear that they're already stepping up to help construction companies navigate this new landscape.
Yeah.
But let's dig a little deeper into the specific services they're offering.
Okay.
What does this robotic consulting actually look like?
Yeah. So it's a multifaceted approach that addresses the technological, the operational, and even cultural shifts. That come with integrating robots into a business.
Can you give us some concrete examples?
Sure.
What are some of the key areas where consulting firms are adding value?
Well, one key area is strategic planning.
Okay.
Consultants are working with construction companies to develop comprehensive robotic strategies that align with their overall business goals.
So it's not just about buying a fleet of robots. It's about having a clear vision for how robotics will fit into the company's long-term strategy.
Yeah, and that strategy needs to be grounded in a deep understanding of the company's operations, its existing technology infrastructure, and its workforce capabilities.
It sounds like there's a lot of upfront analysis and planning involved before any robots even set foot on a job site.
A lot of work up front.
Wow. Another critical area, I imagine, is technology selection and integration.
Yeah, with so many different robotics platforms and solutions, emerging construction companies need guidance.
In choosing the right tools for the job.
Makes sense.
Consultants are helping them evaluate different vendors, assess the compatibility of various systems, and ensure seamless integration with existing construction management software.
That integration piece seems particularly challenging.
It is?
We talked about iPaaS earlier.
Right.
Can you elaborate a little bit on how consulting firms are using it to bridge the gap between robotics and traditional construction management systems?
They're essentially acting as architects, designing and building the digital infrastructure that allows these systems to talk to each other.
Wow.
They're developing custom iPaaS solutions that enable construction management software to send instructions to robots, receive real-time data on their performance, and coordinate their activities with human workers.
So it's about creating a unified ecosystem where robots become an integral part of the construction workflow.
Not just a separate siloed operation.
Right, and that level of integration requires a deep understanding of both robotics technology and construction management software, which is where consulting firms are really shining.
Okay, so we've got the strategic planning, the technology integration. What about the human side of the equation?
Yeah, that's a crucial aspect of this whole transformation.
For sure.
Consultants are playing a key role in workforce development and change management. They're helping construction companies identify new skill sets that will be needed in a robotic-driven environment.
Makes sense.
Developing training programs for existing workers and creating new career paths for those whose roles may be displaced by automation.
So it's not just about replacing workers with robots. It's about upskilling the workforce and preparing them for this new reality.
Exactly, and that involves everything.
Wow.
From technical training on how to operate and maintain robots, to developing soft skills like problem solving, critical thinking, and collaboration.
It sounds like there's a real emphasis on collaboration.
There is.
Between humans and robots, rather than one replacing the other.
It's all about collaboration.
That's great. The most successful construction companies, I imagine, will be those that can leverage the strengths of both humans and robots, creating a truly collaborative work environment.
Right, and consulting firms are at the forefront of this shift, guiding their clients towards a future where humans and robots work together seamlessly to build the world around us.
This is all incredibly insightful.
It's an exciting time.
But I know our C-suite listeners are always looking for the bottom line.
Right.
How is this robotic revolution impacting
that's a great question.
the financial performance of construction companies?
Yeah.
What are some of the key metrics they should be tracking?
We'll dive into the financial implications and key performance indicators in the next segment.
Okay, sounds good.
Stay with us.
Okay, so we're back.
Yeah.
And we're ready to, crunch some numbers.
All right, let's do it.
We've talked about the strategic shifts, and the workforce implications of this robotic revolution in construction. But for our C-suite audience, the bottom line is always top of mind.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, construction is a business, and any technology adoption needs to make financial sense.
So let's talk about the ROI of robotics.
Yeah.
What kind of impact are we seeing on construction companies' financial performance?
Well, the early data is incredibly promising.
Okay.
Companies that have successfully integrated robotics into their operations are seeing significant improvements in several key areas.
Give us some specifics. What are the key metrics that are really moving the needle?
One of the most significant impacts is on productivity.
Okay.
Robots can work faster, longer, and with greater precision than human workers. This translates to shorter project timelines and increased output, which directly impacts revenue.
So faster completion times mean more projects completed per year.
Exactly.
Leading to higher overall revenue.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What other financial benefits are we seeing?
Well, cost reduction is another major factor.
Okay.
Robots can reduce labor costs, minimize material waste, and improve overall project efficiency.
Okay.
They can also work in hazardous environments, reducing the need for expensive safety measures and potentially lowering insurance premiums.
So it's not just about the cost of labor.
Right.
It's about a ripple effect of savings across multiple areas of the business.
Exactly. And that's not even factoring in the potential for new revenue streams.
Okay.
Robotics opens up possibilities for tackling more complex and ambitious projects that were previously out of reach.
That's like a whole new world of construction possibilities is opening up.
Yeah, it is.
But let's get back to the consulting side of things.
How are consulting firms helping construction companies measure and track these financial benefits?
Well, they're playing a crucial role in developing robust frameworks for measuring the ROI of robotics investments.
Okay.
This involves identifying the key performance indicators, or KPIs, that are most relevant to the industry, and establishing clear benchmarks for measuring success.
Can you give us some examples of those KPIs? What should construction companies be tracking to gauge the effectiveness of their robotics programs?
Some of the key metrics include project completion time.
Okay.
So comparing the time it takes to complete projects with and without robotic assistance.
Makes sense.
Labor costs. So tracking the reduction in labor costs associated with using robots for certain tasks.
Right.
Material waste.
Okay.
Measuring the reduction in material waste achieved through robotic precision and efficiency.
Got it.
And safety incidents.
Monitoring the number of safety incidents on job sites where robots are deployed.
So it's about establishing a clear baseline before implementing robotics and then tracking these KPIs over time to measure the impact.
And consulting firms are helping construction companies not only track these metrics, but also analyze the data, identify areas for improvement, and continuously optimize their robotics programs to maximize ROI.
It sounds like a data-driven approach.
It is
Essential for success in this new era of construction.
Absolutely. Construction companies need to embrace data analytics and leverage the insights provided by consulting firms to make informed decisions about their robotics investments.
This has been an incredible deep dive into the world of robotics in construction. From the cutting-edge technology being developed by companies like Tesla to the strategic shifts and financial implications for the construction